In this morning's Health Watch, food connects us. That is the theme this year for National Nutrition Month, which is recognized each year in March. Our guest is Molly Ranney, a registered dietitian from Highland Hospital. Glad to have you here. I want to start there with the theme, food connects us. What message are we trying to spread here to everyday people?
Well, I think we all need to think about how when we sit down to have a meal together, the quality of time that's important, that we all need time spent with family, with friends, just that social aspect. And culturally, you know, the foods that we enjoy and eating them together and how important that can be.
Now, when we're trying to make the right choices, what's maybe the top thing you tell people whenever you're going through talking about their diet habits?
I think for a lot of people, there's so much confusion in nutrition. You know, you hear so many different ways to diet if you're trying to lose weight or eat healthy. And so for me, it's really making it simple. I always encourage people to eat foods from nature. So foods that you would find, fruits and vegetables, you would recognize in their whole form. And thinking about what are some convenient, easy ways. You know, frozen fruits and vegetables are a healthy, easy thing that you can add in. Low-fat dairy, lean meats, you know, whole grains. Those are all things that we can find that can help us eat healthier, but not necessarily cost a lot and not necessarily be overly complicated.
Yeah, I was about to say, because some people may say, how do I do this when it just seems like everything's so much cheaper if it's in a plastic bag or it's in a box? We always talk about shopping on the outside aisle at a grocery store, but you say there are options, you just have to know where to look.
Yeah, and I think again, in the world that we live in, there is convenience and there are healthy, convenient ways to eat better. And it can take a little more time, maybe a little bit more planning and thought, you know, a grocery shopping list, maybe shopping local when the farmers markets are hopefully going to be opening soon. The public market downtown is open year round, and going in and, you know, accessing those healthy foods. And it definitely, I think, is easier than people think.
And what would you say to people when they're saying, okay, how much of what I need to do focuses on a diet and the food I'm having versus an exercise regimen? They may think that I need to be working out a ton more versus whatever I'm throwing in my body eating.
Yeah, well, we know that, I mean, statistically, you can't exercise your way out of a poor diet. And with that being said, I think when you look at food, it's information for every single cell in your body. And it's either going to inform it in a healthy way or it can inflame it. And we look at the amount of processed foods, high in starch, high in sugar, and seed oils, we know those are really inflammatory to the body. So it's important to really think about that as a foundation. But then also remembering too that we have to move our bodies. That's how we were meant to be. And technology made it easy not to. Right. So now we have to problem solve adding that back in. Just balance it, and we will start with the food and nutrition. Again, Molly, thank you for coming in and sharing that as part of National Nutrition Month. By the way, also recognizing our dietitians on this day. So thank you for coming in. I'm going to have more helpful links for you, whether it's tips, eating on a budget, picking out the right food groups. We're going to have all that with this interview today at rochesterfirst.com.